The chef was unhappy that his bakery had been ransacked and his petit fours stolen by sweet-toothed looters. He applied to the Mexican government for compensation. They demanded that the Mexican government pay hefty compensation to the baker. Mexico refused. In 1838, the French Navy began to blockade ports all along the Gulf of Mexico, and the United States lent France a hand in case they ran out of ships. When the blockade did not produce results, the French began to bomb Mexico. The American farmer shot the potato-rustling pig, which happened to belong to an employee of the Hudson Bay Company. The pig owner demanded justice. The farmer offered him $10. The pig owner, however, was not satisfied. He reported the murder to the British authorities, who threatened to arrest the farmer. Then things got really weird. The American got up a petition demanding the protection of the U.S. military, and a company of the 9th Infantry Battalion was sent to the island. The golden stool was a symbol of power in the Ashanti Kingdom. It was supposed to have descended from the sky to land at the feet of the first king of Ashanti, and was believed to hold the soul of the Ashanti nation. It was an artifact of immense cultural significance. And then, in 1900, the British governor of the Gold Coast, Sir Frederick Hodgson, decided that he would quite like to sit on it. In fact, he demanded to sit on it. The clash of 1325, which resulted in the death of thousands of men, however, was particularly notable, as it began over a wooden bucket. The neighboring towns of Medina and Bologna held opposing views in the Emperor vs. Pope debate. The ruler of Medina encouraged attacks on Bologna. The Pope declared him to be an enemy of the Church and offered indulgences to anyone who attacked him. The first leg was played in Honduras, and the Hondurans won 1-0. The second leg was played in El Salvador, which the El Salvadorians won 3-0. The Hondurans did not take defeat well. The large Salvadorian communities in Honduras came under attack, with many people dragged from their homes and beaten. Shotguns were even fired into supporters' coaches, and similar incidents had occurred in El Salvador against the Hondurans. It was clear that both sets of supporters bore a grudge. Some neighbors just don't get on. Take the tribes of Takleb and Bakr, for example. It began when the leader of the Takleb tribe killed a camel which strayed onto its land. Unfortunately, the camel belonged to the wife of the other tribe leader. A small matter, you might think, but when pride and honor are at stake, things can get heated quickly. The Takleb leader was killed in retaliation, and the two tribes were instantly at war. The Pandavas and the Kauravas were neighboring, and rival tribes. The trouble began over a game of dice between the sons of the reigning tribe leaders, which was always going to cause trouble. The trouble got worse when the Kaurava son decided to cheat. When he won the right to rule the entire Pandavas kingdom for 13 years, all on the throw of a loaded dice, feelings ran hot. Greece and Bulgaria have had an historically difficult relationship, and in the early 1920s tensions were at their height. The ensuing war was caused by a stray dog. At a border crossing, a playful dog, oblivious of nationality, managed to get off his leash, went for a run around. His owner, a Greek soldier, took a few steps into Bulgarian territory to catch his dog, whereupon a Bulgarian sentry shot him. When thinking about precious commodities, bird poop isn't usually the first thing that springs to mind. Most people find it more of an annoyance than anything else. But in 1864, Spain attacked Peru, not for the first time, in order to get their hands on Peruvian bird poop. This particular bird poop, or guano as it was also called, was discovered to be excellent fertilizer, and 30 times more potent than cow manure. The Spanish couldn't get enough of it. The real trouble, however, began with the murder of a McCoy by, it was suspected, a Hatfield. The feud simmered on, and a McCoy claimed that a Hatfield had stolen his pig. The McCoy claimed to be able to identify the pig by the markings on his ear. The Hatfields claimed that the mark was, in fact, a Hatfield mark. Then a witness who had testified at the pig trial was found murdered. 2 McCoys were tried, but acquitted, of murder on the grounds of self-defense.